Good evening. I call to order the meeting of the Pasadena Independent School District Board of Trustees in regular session on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025, in the boardroom of the Administration Building, 3920 Mickey Gilley Boulevard, Pasadena, Texas, at 5:30 p.m. Board members present: Mr. Marshall Kendrick, Ms. Nelda Sullivan, Mr. Joe Campos, Ms. Crystal Davila, she's on her way, she's running a little behind, and me, Casey Phelan. Board members absent is Mr. Kenny Fernandez and Ms. Paola Gonzalez. Let the record indicate that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting is duly called, and the notice of this meeting was posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Chapters 551. At this time, I invite you to stand and remove your hats for the invocation and the pledges. Our invocation this evening will be given by Ms. Sullivan and the pledges by Mr. Kendrick.
Would you bow with me, please? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for our school district. Dear Father, we pray that you would be with our administrators and our teachers as they deliver the message, and be with our students as they receive the message, and be with those who are our support staff. Dear Father, we pray that you would lead and guide and direct us as we conduct the business meeting of this district. Give us wise discernment as we're discovering each item. Lead and guide and direct us. We ask that you would be with the leaders of our country, and that you would be with those who protect us. Lead and guide and direct us, and keep us ever in the center of thy will. These things we ask in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas flag.
Honor the flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
It takes us to the public comments according to policy BED local. This portion of our agenda allows for speakers to directly address the board. We ask that all speakers refrain from using profane or vulgar language. Complaints about an individual, students, and or employees should seek resolution through the district grievance process outlined in the applicable Pasadena ISD board policy DGBA, FNG, or GF. If you have filed a formal grievance with the district, you are encouraged within the 3-minute time allotted to keep your remarks to a general discussion of your concerns and not to the specific details, merits of your complaint that is now being addressed via the district's formal grievance policy. Additionally, we ask that speakers respect the privacy rights of others and, in doing so, refrain from naming employees and or students during the public comment portion of the agenda. Titles may be used instead. This admonishment goes for positive or negative remarks. Each person will be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. Mr. Campos, can you keep time for me? We'll keep the time, and we'll indicate when you have 1 minute left and when your time has expired. Our first speaker is I want to make sure I say this correctly. Mr. Shami Jahari. Is that correct? Is that close? I don't want to butcher your name too bad.
Thank you to the board for allowing me to speak briefly. This is more of a comment. Rather than anything else. My name is Shami Jahari. I'm an ER physician at St. Luke's Hospital. We've brought something to Pasadena, which is special. We brought a complex medical daycare just 3 minutes from here next to Bayshore, next to the HCA Hospital. This is a special needs medical center for kids from 6 weeks to 20 years of age. So we have a lot of families who are willing to come to our facility but have some enrollment within the Pasadena ISD in their comprehensive learning center, and we are trying to determine if we can have some type of association with the ISD where teachers can come into our facility and teach those kids of the specific curriculum how Homebound does for certain kids. We've tried to approach the CLC through summer. I know it was a very difficult time because it's very busy and people are out. We haven't been exactly able to link up even until now, but we have families who have children which find some difficulty coming into the classroom due to them having feeding tubes, breathing tubes, real intellectual disabilities. Our facility has ICU nurses on staff 12 hours a day, along with physical therapists, occupational therapists, and further care where we provide transportation as well to and from school if needed. And the families just would like to see if some types of curriculum can be brought to those students as well, for those that are able to learn. Dallas ISD, with one of our sister companies, has been able to do this and achieve this, and they have teachers going into their facility as well. So whatever helping hand we can get from the ISD to help the families out of this community, we would greatly appreciate some type of guidance that we can kind of make that happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let the record indicate Ms. Davila is now here at 5:35 p.m. Our next speaker is Ms. Wendy Oliver. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, board members. GF Legal, I know, requires that you actively listen, and I just want to thank you in advance for doing so. My daughter is a 12th grade student at PMHS. For the past 4 years, reliable transportation from our home inside the district's boundaries to her high school has been a consistent problem. Because of these ongoing failures, my daughter has not received a free and appropriate public education as required under IDEA. Last school year, after repeated incidents under the current Director of Transportation, I filed for a due process hearing on August 30th. Rather than fixing the problem, the current Executive Director of Special Education sent 2 coordinators to attempt to remove her special education transportation as a related service, a service clearly identified in her IEP. So I filed a second due process hearing on November 22nd. We appeared for both in March 2025 in this building and reached a legally binding agreement signed by the current superintendent calling for our daughter to be transported through Hop-Skip Drive beginning this school year. Even after the April 4th agreement, the district's transportation department missed 2 more trips in transporting our daughter last school year. And unfortunately, as recently as this morning, Hop-Skip Drive has failed to pick up or arrive at the correct location for pickup 5 times this school year alone. Those 5 missed trips represent 13.5% of the instructional days that she has taken a ride through the service. To put that in context, Texas Education Code 25.087 requires students to attend at least 90% of the instructional days to receive credit for the class. And this has been what has occurred through this service. Each missed trip represents more than a logistical failure. It represents lost instructional time, emotional distress, and an ongoing denial of a free and appropriate public education. No student, and certainly no special education student, should have to question whether they will receive a safe and reliable ride to or from school every day. So tonight I'm asking this board to direct an investigation into the Transportation Department's handling of special education transportation services, and 2, ensure immediate corrective action so that my daughter and all students relying on special education transportation receive consistent, compliant service. I also ask that the district uphold its duty to provide a psychologically safe environment where students with disabilities can expect basic reliability and respect for their rights. Finally, our mediated agreement was not bound by a non-disclosure clause because a teacher at PMHS violated her confidentiality and told students and community members about her case. That breach of trust makes it even more critical for this district to restore faith through transparency and accountability.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Oliver.
Thank you.
We'll now adjourn to closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, and 551.076. We'll reconvene in open session at 7:30 p.m. At 7 p.m., sorry. 7 p.m. We're going to reconvene in open session at 7 p.m., which will take us, welcome everyone, which will take us to our special recognition.
So, board members, tonight I'm just so excited about this special recognition. We're going to honor a cherished tradition that we have here in Pasadena ISD. It's the annual visit from our Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo trail riders. Each year, these dedicated trail riders bring the spirit of Pasadena and Texas heritage to our elementary campuses, arriving with horses, mules, and covered wagons. Their visits create an unforgettable moment for our students and staff, filling our schools with excitement and joy. If you've never seen the face of children when they see those horses ride up, especially when their principal is on a horse, they go crazy. They love it. So we're so appreciative that these trail riders' commitment to sharing the love of rodeo and Western culture provides our children with a unique educational experience, connecting them to the history and the values of our community. The joy on the faces of our students truly expresses the impact these visits have, making lasting memories and inspiring pride in our local tradition. And I'm going to tell you, as adults have a good time with it too. So thank you for the adults too. So today, representing the Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo Trail Riders, we have with us Kim Hunt, the wife of Jay Hunt, who started it all. Yeah, definitely a round of applause. We have Jesus Amaya and his wife Christina. We have our very own Vonnie Condi with us as well. So thank you guys. So we want to thank you for your continued partnership and service to our schools, your dedication that enriches our district and brings our community closer together. We also would like to honor the memory of Mr. Jay Hunt, who worked for many years to ensure that the trail ride was a lifelong memory for our students here in Pasadena ISD. His legacy lives on in the many smiles of our current students that continue to experience the exciting Pasadena tradition. So I do see that maybe I missed someone. Who did I miss? Gilbert Castro. Thank you, Gilbert, as well. I'm so sorry I missed you. So I would like everyone to join me in expressing our heartfelt appreciation to the Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo Trail Riders and their outstanding contributions.
Thank you for everything. All you do. Thank you.
So those are our special recognition for this evening. Thank you guys for being here.
Which takes us to the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Ms. Davala. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Takes us to the personnel section. Consideration possible approval of administrative personnel. Do we have any motion?
We do not have
That's right.
any tonight.
I love it. That's cool. We'll just skip past that. That's why it's in red. Takes us to the certified personnel for the 2025-2026 school year, which is for information only. The support personnel for the 2025-2026 school year, also information only. Again, thank you. Well, we don't have any members, so I don't have to read that paragraph either.
Yeah.
Our education section, our multilingual program evaluation spotlight by Mr. Rolando A. I'm going to mess up his last name. Marchand, the director. Every time. Smiling.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Dr. Lopez, board members, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rolando Marchand, Director of the Multilingual Department. and here I am spotlighting some of the work that the multilingual department has done in the 24-25 school year. Our mission is to foster a bridge between state and federal accountability and instructional delivery for all multilingual students in Pasadena ISD. We support the district's strategic priorities of excellence, opportunity, and experience by ensuring equitable access to high-quality bilingual and ESL education. Why does this matter? Did you know that over 17,000 students are EBs in the district? That's nearly 38% of our student population, representing more than 30 languages. This isn't just a statistic, it's a call to action. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Our department ensures that this weapon is accessible in 2 languages, starting in pre-K and continuing all the way to high school. We're not just teaching language, we're building futures. Our connection to the strategic plan. We expanded the one-way dual language model for 32 elementary campuses, providing early biliteracy development and academic rigor for our EB students whose home language is Spanish. We've implemented Summit K-12 for 6,500 students in all our campuses and trained in content-based language instruction hundreds of teachers to support English acquisition across the district. This initiative directly aligned with the district's strategic goals by promoting academic excellence, creating equitable opportunities, and enhancing the student experience for multilingual learners. Leadership is not just about vision, it's about action. Our team facilitated learning for over 5,600 participants in professional development sessions, including recurrent trainings every 6 and 9 weeks, and also on-time professional development. We supported teachers pursuing bilingual and ESL certification, conducted campus visits, and collaborated with our instructional coaches and instructional leaders in the campuses. This year, we also launched the support for third grade one-way dual language teachers, ensuring consistency and quality across campuses as we implement this powerful model across the district. What is our evidence of impact? Our student success. And our results speak for themselves. Emerging bilingual students in Pasadena ISD outperform state averages in Algebra 1, Biology, and US History, and of course, exams across the level. The students in our two-way dual language program achieve 100% approaches grade level in multiple STAR assessments. And we were able to reclassify a total of 855 students that do not longer need bilingual or language supports. Talking about our monitored students or reclassified students, this is our top line here, right? Our first year monitors outperformed the all student group in nearly every subject in every grade level. This isn't just progress, it's real transformation. So looking ahead, our focus remains very clear. We continue closing performance gaps. We're going to continue expanding our dual language programs and continue empowering our educators. Thank you, board members and district leaders and community for your support. Together, we're ensuring that every student, regardless of language, has the opportunity to thrive. Also, we have been able to facilitate some of the examples here in these pictures, like the Summer STEM campus camp in Rice University for our newcomer high schoolers. We also have dual language students presenting in our elementary campuses, our newcomers presentation in high schools, national speakers coming to talk to summer school students, our very dedicated teachers, and of course, our Spanish spelling bee national contender for the first time for Texas and for Pasadena. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rolando.
Thank you. Takes us to our operations and maintenance spotlight. Associate Superintendent, Mr. Kevin Fornoff.
Good evening, board members. tonight. It's an honor and privilege for me to introduce two great leaders, two great departments who exemplify our strategic plan and provide excellence in service every single day. So I'd like to have Mr. Bobby Saavedra, our Director of Operations, Buildings and Grounds and Warehouse, followed by Mr. Tom Douglas, Director of Maintenance.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Saavedra. I'm like Mr. Kevin Fornoff said, I'm the Director of Operations, Building and Grounds, Warehouse, and Laundry. Want to thank you for the opportunity to highlight some of the hardworking men and women of this district, the custodial operations crew. I especially want to thank the board and Dr. Tony Lopez for picking October, because October 2nd was National Custodian Appreciation Day. Yep. There was celebrations to be had and cake to be eaten all day that day, celebrating the impact that they have on the campuses. And if the day couldn't be any more joyous, October 2nd is also my birthday. So it's a match made in heaven.
Okay,
Thank you
more
for
cake.
that. I took a few statements from the celebrations that they had, and I want to share a few because it really encompasses the role of the custodian on campus. I'm not going to share them all, I'm just going to share a few. The first one would be, we'd be a mess without you, literally. Very funny. We got some creative people out there.
I love it.
The last one, of course, your quiet contribution makes a loud impact. And if that doesn't encompass the role of the custodian, I don't know what does. We often have to refer to our mission statement because the role of the custodian is hard. And so we have to keep their spirits up, and we have to remind them that they are the foundation that supports every student, educator, and staff member across the district. We have to remind them that they're part of a team who's mission-driven, committed to excellence, service, and pride in every square foot that they touch. They don't just support education, they make it possible. So what do we do? This is sort of our mantra in our elevator speech. You guys heard me say this before. From curb to classroom, cafeteria to court, we ensure that the district passes the eye test. In other words, we make sure that the district is ready to serve all of our employees and students every single day. We make sure that the house is ready to receive visitors. And we have a big house. Over 9.8 million square feet of learning space. When we're at full strength, we have 483 custodians to help us do that. Currently, we have 30 open positions, and we're doing our best to remediate that. And the rooms in our house are big. Average high school square feet, 370,715. The average price tag to clean that house on a daily basis, $16,196.18. And of course, you can see the price goes down as the square footage goes down. Our September trash bill alone, $85,000. We have a big house. This is James Garner said, excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. We do the ordinary extremely well. And this is a phrase that we encompass in our department because excellent isn't just an expectation, it's the standard from which we go by. Our approach is simple. We show up with a purpose-driven attitude. We do our job, pride in our work, and we care. We care for each other, and we care for the entire district. The impact seen in every classroom. Clean, safe, and welcoming environment all across the district. Rarely do we ever say no. We have a reliable response to every challenge. We kind of have our hands in the cookie jar all over the place. We don't just do from curb to classroom. Just about every event that you see that goes on, we're behind the scenes doing something. Just to name a few, the wing dedication over at Pasadena High, the trail ride that was just presented. There's quite a bit of cleanup that has to go with that. The Williams groundbreaking, and of course the Pride Bowl bonfires. And one that I really want to pay note to is the U.S. News ranking of the top public schools. We had 4 schools. That doesn't happen without having a safe and clean school, and the custodians are a direct reflection of that. Before I close, I want to share just a snippet of some appreciation that happened on one of the campuses, just so you can see the impact that the custodians do have on the school itself. Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Before I close, I do want to thank the board, Dr. Lopez and Mr. Fornoff, for all the support and all the resources that you give us, because without your support, excellence is just another word in the dictionary. Thank you.
Robert, I'd like to say something. I've been around a long time. One thing we've always prided ourselves on is our schools. And ever since I've been here, even before, we always had the cleanest schools. No matter how old they were, they didn't look old. And people come from out of district, or families come in and visit, things like that. They're amazed. Y'all do a phenomenal job. And we thank you very much for that. It's a great deal of pride.
I want to add what Mr. Kendrick had to say, Robert. Such a pleasure to go in our schools. They look clean. They are clean. They smell clean. It's a joy for our teachers and our operate in, and we feel that our children are safe because our schools. Thank you very much. And your staff are very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
I'll pass that on.
Anybody else? Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Lopez, board members, members in the audience. My name is Tom Douglas. I'm the Director of Maintenance for Pasadena Independent School District, and I'm excited to be here tonight to share some information about our department with you. Our mission is to ensure all staff and students work and learn in a safe, efficient, and comfortable environment. Our team focuses on preventative maintenance, quick response, and exceptional service that supports the district's commitment to excellence. Before the sun rises each day, our maintenance crews are already in motion, checking HVAC and lighting systems and responding to emergencies to ensure classrooms are ready for learning. Leadership doesn't always wear a tie. Sometimes it wears a tool belt, carries a wrench, and starts work before dawn to make sure every campus is running smoothly. Leadership doesn't always wear a tie. Sometimes it wears, every bolt tightened and every light replaced represents a commitment to student success. Our work directly connects to Pasadena ISD's strategic goals of excellence in opportunity and experience. We understand the positive effect of having operable drinking fountains, restroom facilities, and comfortable room temperatures have on the learning process. Our technicians work daily to ensure our facilities operate safely and efficiently so teachers and students can focus on instruction. We strive to provide quality learning environments at all of our campuses throughout the district. We are a team of 125 employees that collectively represent over 1,000 years of experience at Pasadena ISD alone. Our administrative staff and supervisors continually seek improved work practices and new technologies to enhance the efficiency of our department. Leadership in the maintenance department means stepping up and taking care of business every day, in every way, through teamwork, accountability, and initiative. Maintenance supervisors dispatch over 30,000 work orders each year, covering 80 campuses and support facilities, often completing work orders within 24 hours. Preventative maintenance procedures and regular inspections allow our technicians to keep many potential emergencies from ever happening and quickly resolve those that do occur. Our department is well versed in a wide variety of situations, from routine maintenance and repairs to responding to natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, derechos, hail, and ice storms. We also address city water main outages and man-made environmental catastrophes. When incidents such as these occur, maintenance staff work diligently to inspect, repair, and mitigate further damage to campuses across the district while gathering the detailed information required by insurance and FEMA for repair reimbursements. These actions also ensure the learning process is continued as soon as possible with minimal interruption. Our team leads by example, quietly, consistently, and with pride. That's what leadership through service looks like. We're proud to serve the foundation behind the scenes, keeping our school safe, functional, and welcoming. As we move forward, our commitment remains the same: safety, teamwork, and excellence in service. I am blessed to have such an outstanding group of individuals on our team. They're committed to our common goal of providing support to the staff and students of Pasadena ISD. I want to thank our administration, our school board, and members of the public for continued support of our department and the vital work they do every day. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the assistance that y'all have always provided.
Thank y'all, Tom. Y'all do a great job. We appreciate it.
Kevin, to you and Robert and Tom, the kids, the students, the teachers, and staff, that's our main priority in this school district, but y'all are the how. And when things happen, it's because of you guys. We couldn't do what we do and educate the kids we do without you guys. And, when something breaks or something needs to be cleaned up, that's who we call on. You guys are fantastic, and we are very proud of you and support you 1,000%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. You guys are great. Rock stars.
It shows day in and day out.
Have you all enjoyed the new working facilities? I don't know how in the world you operated out of those crackerback facilities for so many years. It's wonderful, and thank you for all you do.
Absolutely.
Any other comments? Okay. Consideration possible approval of an amendment to extend the memorandum of understanding between the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston and the Pasadena Independent School District to allow the continuation of campus presentations of the Youth Aware and Mental Health Program, YAM.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Ms. Davila. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the interlocal agreement between the Pasadena Independent School District and West Coast University for internship and externship with no financial implications.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Ms. Davila. Any discussion? Ms. Sullivan.
One point. West Coast University is an online.
Yes, it is an online university. Yes, ma'am. And these are for our speech pathology. And as we've done in the past, we bring our interns in, and that's an opportunity for us to train them up how we want them to be in our district. And a lot of times we hire them. So we welcome these types of programs for internships.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval for Pasadena ISD Career and Technical Education to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Good Reason Houston for the purpose of evaluating CTE pathways and strengthening middle school engagements in the amount of $41,000.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the 2025 Pathways to Career Regional Expansion Pre-Planning Subgrant from the Educate Texas Fund of Communities Foundation of Texas in the amount of $10,000.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan. Second by Ms. Davila. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval for the Sam Rayburn High School Texans culinary team to travel to Orlando, Florida from April 29th to May 3rd, 2026 to compete in the Cook Around the World culinary competition at an estimate total cost of $3,000 per student.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Davila, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? The food tonight was awesome.
If the indication is anything like the food tonight, I think these students can teach the class.
I agree, 100%
Agree.
Fantastic job. Chef, good job. Loved it. Cheesecake. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations. Consideration possible approval for the Sam Rayburn High School Texan Band to travel to Florida in the spring of 2026 to perform in a Disney student workshop at an estimate cost of $2,292 per student.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Campos,
Second.
second by
Have
Mr.
one.
Kendrick. Discussion.
A point of interest in regard to
Go ahead.
the fact that the Texans came and presented with our football coach a check for $20,000 is phenomenal. And I want to tell you, they didn't just come and present the check. They came and visited with our students. They talked to them. They took pictures with them. It was a wonderful experience. And those kids, they were wonderful recipients of the gratitude that was given to them. We should be very thankful. It was just great. The owner's wife had on stiletto red shoes. She climbed up the bleachers and sat with this Texan group and had her picture made with them, visited with them, shook hands with them. It was a great experience for Sam Rayburn, and I am ever so grateful to the owners, Mr. McNair and his wife Hannah. They were gracious to all of us, very much appreciated.
Don't forget, Toro was there.
Toro was there, their cheerleaders were there, they had football players there. It was a great celebration for Sam Rayburn.
Agree.
Good things happen at Sam Rayburn High School. That's right.
Texans visiting Texans. I love it. Anybody else?
So does this mean we wear Texans jerseys next?
Well, the president's not. I say yes. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, which takes us to the student achievements, which is for information only. Takes financial section. Consideration possible approval of budget amendments for September 2025.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan.
Second.
Second by Ms. Davila. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Takes us to operations section. Consideration and possible approval of a design services agreement with Create Architects for the 2022 bond flooring and painting projects in the amount of $364,455 and a total project budget of $6,200,000.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick,
Second.
second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 01, for the 2022 bond hydronic piping replacement at Burnett and Fraser Elementary School projects in the credit amount of $47,713.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Ms. Davila. We will take your money. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 10, for the 2022 bond New Bailey Elementary School replacement project in the credit amount of $22,498.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Campos, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 11, for the 2022 bond New Bailey Elementary School replacement project in the credit amount of $5,000.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Ms. Davila. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number T-004, for the 2022 bond New Parks Elementary School replacement project in the amount of $67,214.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number T-005, for the 2022 bond New Parks Elementary School Replacement Project in the amount of $114,487.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan.
Second.
Second by Ms. Davila. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 25, for the 2022 bond New Parks Elementary School Replacement Project in the amount of $25,546.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Campos, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 26, for the 2022 bond New Parks Elementary School Replacement Project in the amount of $114,487.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick,
Second.
second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and possible approval of change order number 001 for the 2022 bond New Williams Elementary School Replacement Project in the amount of $582,287. Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Ms. Davila. Do we have discussion? Ms. Sullivan.
Yes. I have real concerns that we're over $500,000 more.
That is correct. We had some unforeseen conditions when we started drilling the piers. Our original design was a straight shaft pier with a bell at the bottom. So the pier rig, when it was drilling down to the 6-foot diameter bell, the walls of the bell started caving in. So we tried to change the angle of that. That didn't resolve it. So some of the solutions when you run across that situation, which happens, as we've dealt with this on other sites before, is to either put a casing in the pier of metal to hold the soil back to be able to pour. That can be very costly. We had to kind of stop and redesign the foundation. That had to be resubmitted to the city, so that caused some delays to the construction, which is part of this cost as well. But we've got the permit back from the city. We've got a really good design that's just as good as the original. It's unfortunate that the original design didn't work out. We really had no way of knowing. We had no idea that would not work. Apparently, we had the same design for that foundation with those piers with the bells right next door at Queens Intermediate. We had no issues with that. So typically when you do the geotech report, it's hard to scale that size because the borings are small, like 4-inch diameter when they do all the soil reports. So we had all the information on the soils, but it's hard to scale it to that size to figure out if the walls are going to cave in or not. So it was unfortunate. We've got a good design now, and we're ready to keep the project moving forward.
How long have we known?
When we first did the piers, first couple piers, I think we had the issue, started to collapse. We started to try to strategize, come up with different solutions. So,
Does the company that does the soil this not at that point in
the soils, the studies that they did on the soils, everything was there, and they make recommendations, and then our structural engineer takes those recommendations and they design from that and choose a structural system. So everything was there in the report. It was just hard to project something like that from happening.
Well, it concerns me that we have this much override and
Sure.
So in the future.
Absolutely. Kevin and Jeremy and I met today about ways that we can do that to make sure that you guys are informed ahead of time. And so we will put that into place and for for in the future for especially things of this large of a nature that it's going to extend the project for a lengthy amount of time or that are large. Now, I will say that this amount is a large amount. It's still within the contingency funds that we have. Is that correct, Kevin?
Correct.
Okay.
The 99 days of the extended project is going to make a difference in the planning for the school and moving to.
It will, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, we're hoping that it's less than 99, but 99 is the
Worst case.
worst case,
scenario.
okay.
If it's less, then we would get refunded back, so. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Construction updates are for information only, which takes us to the miscellaneous section. District-wide intruder detection audit report finding is also for information only, which brings us to set the date for the next regular board meeting on Tuesday, November the 21st, 2025. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Sorry,
Motion
what
by
date?
November 21st, 2025? Is that correct? That's awfully close to Thanksgiving.
I think that might be
November
June
18th?
18th.
18th.
November 18th. Mr.
Let's
President.
set the date for the next regular board meeting on November the 18th, 2025. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, sir.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Ms. Davila. Will there be any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned at 7:37 PM. Thank you all for being here.